I chose to implement Internet Filtering Firewall System with current-aware application. System implementation includes system installation, decisions and reasons, difficulties and solution, lessons learned, what I would change, and system features. System installation: creating virtual machines, proxy server virtual machine. Entering the product key, selecting the operating system and view, accepting the license terms, installing a bare metal computer. Entering a login password. Log in as an administrator. Changing computer name and time zone. Installing VMware tools. Click Install VMware tools in the actual virtual machine. Install NetFramework 3.5. Access Server Manager. Click Manage, add role and features, go to Features, and add .NET Framework 3.5. Installing CurrentWare application. Using VMware tools, I drag the CurrentWare application from the physical machine to the virtual machine. The EN Power Manager option is optional. It's not required for Internet Filtering Firewall System, but I wanted to have the full package. Accessing CurrentWare Server Manager to start the CurrentWare server services. Local client means the same machine the CurrentWare application installed in. The result of installing CurrentWare client is to add the current machine into the CurrentWare application, creating virtual machines, رؤية user virtual machine. Entering the product key, selecting the operating system and view, accepting the license terms, installing a bare metal computer. Entering a login password. Log in as an administrator. Changing computer name and time zone. Installing VMware tools. Click Install VMware tools in the actual virtual machine. Then you will be able to install VMware tools on the virtual machine. Install NetFramework 3.5. Access Server Manager. Click Manage, add role and features, go to Features, and add .NET Framework 3.5. Then you have to specify a path of the Net Framework file. Install CurrentWare application on remote client. Set the network adapter of the virtual machines to be bridged connection auto detect. Then we can set the IP addresses of the virtual machines. Ping the virtual machines to make sure there is a communication. Turn off the firewall of both virtual machines to ping successfully. Ping all the interfaces to make sure you have a connection. Ping the gateway, the proxy server virtual machine, and the user virtual machine. Same thing has to be done to the second virtual machine. Now we made sure that both virtual machines can communicate. Install CurrentWare application remotely. Access CurrentWare application, click Install, then click Remote Client Install, then browse for the CurrentWare client application. Enter the actual virtual machine name, type the computer remote name, click Next, type the domain name of the remote computer and the computer name and the password, click Next and wait for a connection. When there is a connection, it will install CurrentWare application on the remote computer and will restart the virtual machine. Turn off IE Enhanced Security Configuration. Turn off the IE security configuration so you can browse easily without any security restrictions. Decisions and reasons. I decided to choose Windows Server 2012 Data Center Edition because it's compatible to be implemented into medium to large size companies. Also, it is manageable to create unlimited virtual machines depending on the company hardware requirements. In addition, I chose to implement Windows Server 2012 as standard edition on the virtual machine Ru'ya user because I don't need to create many virtual machine instances. Also, Windows Server 2012 as an operating system provide many features that benefit the businesses. These features have been discussed in the report. I chose to install VMware Tools to make installing the product easier. VMware Tools gives the user the ability to drag and drop any application from the physical machine to the virtual machine, which reduces time. I installed the product on my physical machine first, then I dragged it to the virtual machine. I decided to change the computer name to be user-friendly and meaningful. In addition, changing the date and time to be compatible with Bahrain time zone to avoid confusion. After going through a lot of research, I decided to choose CurrentWare because I found that CurrentWare is one of the top applications used for internet filtering via firewall. It fully ensures network protection and productivity. Also, it provides a variety of software packages to select what meet the company needs. These packages are Browse Control, Browse Reporter, Access Patrol, Power Manager, EW Gateway. Browse Control, it's a web filter software that restricts internet access and enforces internet usage policies across your network. Browse Reporter, it's an internet monitoring software that captures the URLs of every visit site and generates a report for the company administrator. Access Patrol, it's a data loss prevention software that provides security on endpoint ports to prevent the illegal transfer of data to the unauthorized devices. Power Manager manage computers to conserve power consumption. EW Gateway, it's an internet gateway for mobile devices and desktops. In this video, I will be using only three packages, which are Browse Control, Browse Reporter, and Access Patrol, because I need only these packages to protect my network. Maybe in the future, I will be using the full CurrentWare packages to improve my network protection and productivity. However, you will see Power Manager package appears in the video, but I didn't use it. Difficulties and solutions. I had some issues to get the full idea of the system and how should it work within the company. However, I established to solve this issue after the tutor explained the needed structure of the system. Also, I managed to create a plan of the needed servers and how the administrator will monitor them to create internet filtering firewall system. I had another issue to create 3 virtual machines on the desktop computer of Bahrain Polytechnic, which had less hardware specification than the required, and it was slow. I established to solve this issue by changing my plan to 2 virtual machines and transferring my work to my personal computer, which had higher hardware specifications than the desktop computer, and it meets the required hardware specifications. I had some issues installing the product on the virtual machines. Since it's a bare metal computer, there are no applications to browse or unzip the package. Also, I decided to download them from the internet and download the applications, and that led to another problem, which made the size of the virtual machine large. I established to solve this issue after an advice from the tutor to download VMware tools, which made the process of having the needed application on the virtual machine easier. I had some issues installing the product on the virtual machine. Since it's a bare metal computer, there are no NetFrame 3.5 feature. I established to solve this issue by installing this feature manually by accessing Server Manager. I learned that every system needs to have a flexible plan to work through it and to adapt to any unexpected changes. Also, the internet filtering firewall system can be done in different ways and different products. It depends on the scenario or plan you have. However, in the end, all the ways and all the products should lead to one goal, which is protecting the company network by blocking and allowing network connections like websites, network ports like HTTP, and endpoint ports like USB. In the future, I would like to change few things and try new things in implementing internet filtering firewall system. The product I chose offers additional add-ons and packages that I will implement on my system to see how it will function. In addition, I would like to expand my scenario to create more virtual machines. Each department has its own virtual machine with a domain controller and test the system on the users of the department rather than a single user. System features: Access Portal Package, blocking endpoint ports. This feature gives the admin the ability to specify the device permission and block any endpoint ports. Browse Control Package, Internet Scheduler. Setting Internet off. Internet quota limits. URL filtering. Category filtering. The administrator type the website and then it will appear in which category falls in. Download filtering. The administrator can select which category to block or allow for the users to download. Display warning messages. App blocker. App blocker scheduler. Port filtering. Choosing monitoring modes. Browser reporter package. Email reports. Scheduling email report. Generating email reports.